I'm Bruce Tuff, principal of the Tuff Law Firm. We are a full-service law firm serving the greater Woodlands area and the greater Houston area. Contact us at 281-681-0808. We're tough for you.
Welcome to The Legal Fix, a new age radio show brought to you by the Tuff Law Firm. We're the toughest law firm in town, with the toughest lawyers around answering your toughest legal questions.
Hey, welcome to The Legal Fix. Hey, a new age radio show by the Tuff Law Firm. We're answering your toughest legal questions. Call us at 936-900-2381. Hey, I really enjoyed rocking it out to AC/DC. Of course, I didn't know what the band was, and I'm going, who is that? Who is it? We're watching this video, great music. And then our guest, host, Gil Staley, goes, that's AC/DC. Yeah.
He knows it.
He read the sign in the background. It said AC/DC.
He's an early contributor.
It was the guy that was shirtless on the other guy's shoulders, right?
That's what we were really watching.
Yeah. Oh, well, my name is Bruce Tuff. I am your host, and my co-host, Boy Wonder, Brandon Riley, and super lawyer G.I. Jerome, Jeremy Hall. Welcome, gentlemen. How are you?
Wonderful.
Excellent.
Glad to be here. Always
Excellent.
fun to be with the most interesting man in the Woodlands, Bruce Tuff.
But is he still, though?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he can hold the title with or without the beard.
Yeah, the beard's
He's the
gone.
most shaven man in the Woodlands.
I did. I went to hair and makeup. I had a cut and color and a shave before the show.
Is
And
your
it was
wife's
really
name
nice.
Delilah?
pretty good.
Is that her name?
The honey badger.
Delilah?
Yeah, honey
His
badger.
strength is gone.
She cut
Yeah,
his beard.
my strength is.
Shorn.
I feel weak right now. I do. I feel weak.
You'll get it back.
Yeah. Well, listen, this has been so hard to get this gentleman on our show because he is so busy. And I'm going to tell you something. He's a big deal. You know, we had Stacy and Mandy on the show, and Gil was actually at the table when I said, do you know who I am? And they go, no. And I said, I'm Bruce Tuff. I'm a big deal. They said that on the show, Gil. So, but
They
Gil Staley
Gil, how hard
is
did
a
you
big
laugh
deal.
when he said that?
Very. Very.
I figured.
All right. The real big deal is Gil Staley. And Gil is the president and CEO of the Woodlands Area Economic Development Partnership. I am proud. Oh, wait, we are proud, the Tuff Law Firm, to be a member. Yes.
Yes,
And-
you are.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How many members do you have, Gil?
94.
94. Remember we were trying to make 100? Did we ever hit 100?
95 happened today, but they're going to
Nice.
start September 1.
Okay, perfect. What, did you break the 100 yet? That was a
We
big
did. We
Yeah.
did, and we fell back a bit last year during COVID.
Okay, okay.
Operation Pizza Cake.
Very good. Pizza cake, yes, sir. Gil, tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell our vast radio audience a little bit about yourself and what you do at the Economic Development Partnership.
Thanks, Bruce. And I am privileged to be here.
Oh, wow.
I
Thank
just
you.
feel
Thank
that
you.
way.
Thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity.
You're most welcome. We're privileged.
We came,
We are.
Deborah and I, and our sons, Joseph and Jonathan, relocated here from Fort Worth in 1997. At that time, I was with Delta Airlines.
You were an airline pilot, right?
Nope. Actually, I was in sales and marketing.
Oh, wow.
So I was director of sales for what we called districts, and mine was the Gulf Coast. So being a native Texan, when I got the promotion, I said, well, where do I have to live? They said, somewhere in the Gulf Coast. I said, as in Houston, if it's Texas? They said, yes. I said, oh, no. And it's Deborah who says, let's go look at this community, the Woodlands.
Good for you, Deb.
Yeah.
It was
That's all-
her idea, and we
all
came
Deborah.
down here and immediately said, this is it. We can do
We
this.
home.
That's
Well,
it.
it was South Dallas.
Yeah,
to us.
South Dallas,
It was
right.
basically
North Houston, South Dallas. Yeah.
But no, we did, and we've loved it ever since. We've raised our sons here. They're out of college. They're employed, and it's just been the best possible community that we could imagine to raise a family.
And you know what? My daughter, Tara Tuff, went all through
That's
school
right.
with your twin boys.
All the way
Yes.
through Woodlands
Yeah,
High School.
Yes, sir.
As
Yes,
the
sir.
Highlanders.
Right.
That's surprising to hear because Gil's like a Mount Rushmore of the Woodlands type figure.
He is.
And to hear that he resisted it at first and look at where he is now.
I know.
I'm
He's
very
arrived.
passionate about this community. And, you know, in 2005, well, 2004, at the end of 2004, I was offered a package to retire from Delta.
Oh, okay.
And that was, if you'll remember, not the best of times for the airline industry.
Oh, yeah.
Post 9/11 was historical, down for all the airlines, and bankruptcy followed, and they offered packages, and you had to take it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
and I did, and then I thought, oh my goodness, now what have I done? Because I have sons, those twin boys that were 10, and it was my wife again who told me to look at this organization called the Economic Development Partnership. Had no clue what that meant.
Right.
No clue. Michael Richmond was president of the Woodlands Operating Company, as it was known back then, was on the EDP board, so I talked to him.
Great mustache, by the way.
And very, yes. it
Bristle
is.
brush.
He hangs it. It's a big one.
Yeah, it's
it's
nice.
good. Yeah.
It's a walrus.
Where was I?
You were
So
you met Mike Richmond.
So
Yeah, you
anyway,
got to watch
Michael
these guys.
Richmond, and he says, you need to look at that. So I did, and at that time, Ron Bourbeau was the CEO, and he hired me to lead business retention and expansion. And I did that for several years until he retired, and the board asked if I would take over as CEO, and
Boy.
it's been the best ride of my life.
I know. It's been a great time. I tell you, from my experience being associated with the Economic Development Partnership, you've really taken it to a whole new level, Gil.
Oh,
It's
no, it's not
expanded
me.
membership, expanded the growth and development, and then look at all of the big companies that have been brought to the Woodlands. So let me do this. We're going to
Okay.
take a break. We're going to come back, and we're going to have you talk about all of what Economic Development Partnership does in the Woodlands. We'll be right back. And if you need to call us, please call for your toughest legal questions. And you can ask any questions to Gil, 936-900-2381.
The Legal Fix.
I'm Bruce Tuff, principal of the Tuff Law Firm. We are a full-service law firm serving the greater Woodlands area and the greater Houston area. Contact us at 281-681-0808. We're tough for you.
Disaster tips from the objects left behind.
My home wasn't insured, but you can check your insurance policy now to make sure you're covered. Oh,
My savings are lost, but you can put money aside and plan for unexpected disaster costs.
we're lost forever, but you can scan important documents now so they survive.
For more tips on how to prepare, visit ready.gov.
Go to youtube.com on your smartphone, tablet, or PC. Subscribe us on YouTube at Radio The Boss 91.1 FM.
Hi, I'm NASCAR driver Kyle Larson. Wherever I'm driving, I do everything I can to stay focused and safe. You should too. That means no drinking and driving, ever. Because even the smallest amount of alcohol can make you skid out of control. Remember, drink, drive, go to jail.
Hey, welcome back to the Legal Fix.
The
and
Legal Fix.
Legal
Boy
Fix.
Wonder, G.I. Jerome, and
Hello.
our guest, Gil
What happened
Staley, President CEO of the Greater Woodlands Economic Development Partnership. So, Will, welcome, and I'm going to put you on the hot seat.
Uh-oh.
We're going to really put this on you. Okay.
Wait, before we start our hot seat, I have a question. I've heard all this about incorporation, and I just have to ask you, Gil, should we or should we not incorporate this picture into your website?
Oh, dear God.
Gil was my guest for the Tuff Law Firm, and Gil
my.
won.
Gil
He
is
shot.
voting
That's a hole in one.
for
right there. He did a hole in one.
incorporation.
Right,
Yes.
true story. Right
Hole
after
in-
this picture was taken,
hole in
Gil
one.
had a shot off the fringe, about 40 yards from 40,
Oh,
at
he
least
did.
25, 30 yards away from the hole. He said, "Watch this, I'm gonna make it." He walked up, he whacked it, and it went straight in the hole.
Gil is a golfer. He is
No
good.
matter
I can
what
tell.
I may look like.
Yeah.
Well, that was the prize.
Flamingo.
That was the win. Thank you. Yeah.
You also
You're-
have the best polos in town. I'm
You
gonna
do.
give you credit there.
Well,
you
I'm a
rock
snob
the best
when it comes
polos.
to golf shirts.
You're a good sport. Okay, Gil, we're going to put you on the hot seat. You know
It's
what we do?
time.
We're going to all three ask you questions. You got to ask short answers, real quick. Okay. This is a speed round.
You get one pass.
Yeah, here we go. How do you spell Gil?
Gil.
Are you related to Deuce Staley?
I wish.
Did you go to SFA?
Stephen F. Austin State University alumni.
Are you
Axum Jacks.
Are you a lumberjack? That's what I was going to ask you. How do you do it? Like that?
Axum Jacks.
Axum Jacks. Okay.
Does SFA stand for School for Alcoholics?
There are a few there.
What was the Delta jingle?
The Delta jingle.
Your tagline. Come fly the friendly
We
skies.
love to fly, and it shows.
What do you use in your hair?
Nothing.
How much do you bench?
I said a lot on benches.
Isn't it true that you wear glasses just for style?
No,
So what's your eyesight?
very poor.
Do you have any other handicaps?
No handicaps to speak of. I played to about a 12 handicap on the golf course.
Attaboy.
Were you born in a small town?
Very small.
What's the name?
No, Kona,
And what was the population?
2,200.
Do you ever rock a mustache?
I did years ago.
Do you have twin sons?
I do.
Who's your favorite?
Both.
Do you have a will?
Of course I do. Look at my age.
Do you have a twin brother?
I do.
Did y'all ever switch places like in the Parent
We
Trap?
did. We're identical twins.
What's the most
In
humble?
fact, Phil could be sitting here right now.
He
You
could.
would not
He is.
notice.
I met him.
This
Yes.
could be Phil. What's the most humble job you've ever had?
Volunteering is the most humble thing I've ever done.
How much money will it take you to retire?
$5 million.
That's a good one.
Stranded on a desert island, what's the one thing you'd take with you?
My music.
Who's a better dancer, Bruce Trump or Donald Tuff?
Neither one of those that I know of.
What's your favorite color?
Blue.
What was the Exxon's code? What was Exxon's code name?
Delta, believe it or not. I did not make that name up.
That is
by the
a good
way.
one.
It was
That's
called
pretty
Project
interesting.
Delta.
Sum up your life philosophy in a word or phrase.
Give back.
Perfect. Top unchecked bucket item list.
Oh, there's too many. And I'm checking them all slowly. But there's too many to list.
Okay, can I ask one more?
I have another question. Do you have code names for companies you recruit?
Every one.
What's your favorite code name?
Well, there's too many of them to list.
Funniest one.
Cat
off the top
cereal.
of the head.
Well, the most recent one that I have, it kind of lends its name to its industry. It's called Project Golden Scripts.
They're all, but every time.
Pharmaceutical.
Okay.
Golden
Scripts.
scripts.
So I had the
get some
opportunity
scripts.
of serving on the board.
Yep.
And it's really interesting when Gil gives us a briefing. It's all code names. All of the
Oh,
and I say I know you know what they are, so tell us. And we always try to trick him or stump him, but you really don't know the names, do you?
A lot of times we don't.
Yeah.
Nice.
Certainly at the very beginning we don't.
Yeah.
That's good.
really
Why do you
cool.
do that?
It's all for confidentiality purposes. If it's a publicly traded company and if it was rumored that they were relocating, that could affect stock prices.
Okay.
Yeah. It
That could
does.
affect your employee morale. You could lose employees.
Right.
So it's kept very confidential until the time is right to announce it.
I'm going to ask you a little bit about EDP. So, what does EDP do? And you're always Gil is. Here's another. I got to just say this. So, when I would speak at the Economic Outlook Conference, I always looked at the rating sheets because I was on the team and I've been doing it for years and years. And Nelda Blair and myself were hosts, and so when I had the opportunity to speak and present when I was chairman of the township, I would always have this pizzazz video. I'd have this great slideshow. I'd have the whole team there, and Gil would always beat me. He would always get better ratings than me.
He's the Nick Saban of business recruitment.
There were even speakers at the time that gave away free books. You remember that?
I do.
Gave away a free book. I still outperformed.
Wait, who was it? Wait. It's the
Greg Brenneman.
Greg Brenneman, right? The
Turnaround King. Turnaround
Yeah,
King.
yeah, you're
I
good.
love
Nothing gets
free
you,
books.
Greg Brenneman. You're the fantastic speaker.
Yeah, he is. He is amazing. He was a luncheon keynote speaker. But Gil, outrated him on our survey. So, Gil, what does the Economic Development Partnership do?
In the simplest terms,
Yes.
grow jobs and capital investment.
I knew that
in
was
our
it.
community.
Because he starts out and he says it's about jobs, 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 retention, and why is that?
That's what drives the economy.
It does.
And we have such a strong economy here in the Woodlands and have for decades because of those jobs that are here.
How is the Economic Development Partnership funded?
We are a public-private partnership. Tough Law Firm is a partner of ours, as we call it. So we are funded by companies, businesses from the private sector, and then from the public sector. So the funding is, as I said earlier, about 94 members, hopefully 95 very soon, that funds our operation, again, to grow jobs and capital investment. The majority of our funds has done a flip-flop over the years since I've been there. And again, I take no responsibility for that, so don't take it as a braggadocious statement. Over 80% of our funds now come from the private sector, those companies that fund us. It used to be the public sector funded us at a higher degree.
Is that normal for EDPs or a branch of a city or community doing economic development? How are other cities done, like Conroe or Houston, say, for
Good
example?
question, Bruce. Most economic development organizations around the state, around the country for that matter, are funded by sales tax revenue or some form of tax revenue. Most cities in Texas are funded by sales tax revenue. We're not able to collect that as a public-private entity, so it's our members that fund us. Now, cities that do participate or fund us perhaps use their sales tax revenue to pass through to us.
Right. So I know that in Conroe, for instance, their economic development has a penny of sales tax, and they generate a ton of money. They have a huge budget, and I think the I know that the Economic Development Partnership in the Woodlands is so unique and so special to have that combination of private funding and public
Absolutely.
funding compared to other cities and communities.
Well, and you're so restricted of what you can do with the public funded
Right.
revenue because it is very well defined of whether it's infrastructure improvements or certain projects or buying land for your industrial parks or whatever. So
And
it's very restricted.
you're forcing people to pay instead of them wanting to pay and support you.
True that.
Yeah, in being a partner, I will tell you, you learn so much about what is going on in the community and the briefings that Gil does and the exceptional staff that he has. It's really, really amazing. So, Gil, I know that you also work with other EDPs or economic development, like Conroe, for instance, and Houston, and you all collaborate, really trying to recruit to the region, not necessarily, I'm just going to protect my community or I'm going to.
Right.
So tell me about some of the collaboration you do with the City of Houston or Conroe or other communities.
There's an organization that we have called the Houston Region Economic Development Alliance. We use the word HRETA. Now, HRETA is all of our like organizations in the 13 counties. And we work together. Cooperation is sometimes you'll see that.
Cooperation.
Yes.
I like that word.
It's like a frenemy.
Yeah.
Yes, a frenemy. But certainly we are competing at the same time, but we're also working together in a regional view of things.
Perfect. So what was the biggest company that you worked with that relocated to the greater Houston area?
Well, and it's the biggest company, no doubt, was ExxonMobil by sheer size. Now, the ExxonMobil campus is not in the Woodlands. It's not even in Montgomery County. But we were keenly aware that the potential was they were coming to this area. So the Project Delta, as it was called, we put together a regional team and met periodically, not so much to meet with ExxonMobil, but to gather intelligence and try to overcome any obstacles that may prevent them from relocating out here. And so we had representatives from Harris County. We had representatives from the Greater Houston Partnership. In fact, it was their president at the time. We had our county commissioners on both sides of the creek. We had, of course, the Woodlands Township represented. We had the Woodlands Development Company representative. You're right, Mr. Tuff was part of that. And we simply gathered intelligence. What did you hear? What did you hear? We had phone calls with the governor. We had phone calls with our state rep and senator to overcome. That Grand Parkway would not have happened as quickly, in my opinion, if it were not for that ExxonMobil.
And gathering intelligence was exactly the phrase word we use. I had the honor of serving on that committee, and the updates were amazing, and it was a combined effort. You never seen so many people work together, and it resulted in not only the Exxon campus locating in south of the Woodlands, but we also got a significant portion of Exxon employees who located in the Woodlands, and so the administrative building. So that
exactly. We certainly have the residents that are here now, but over in Hughes Landing, they have a significant presence.
Right. So it was a
win-win for all of us.
Big success. Okay, we're going to take another break. I want to thank Gil for this segment. We're going to come back. We're going to cover hot topics. We're going to talk a little bit more about economic development partnership. If you have a call us at 936-900-2381. We'll be right back.
I'm Bruce Tuff, principal of the Tuff Law Firm. We are a full-service law firm serving the greater Woodlands area and the greater Houston area. Contact us at 281-681-0808. We're tough for you.
Ask for your favorite songs using WhatsApp. The number 936-900-2381.
All right. Hey, welcome back to the Legal Fix, a new age radio show hosted by the Tuff Law Firm. My co-hosts are with me, Brandon Riley and super lawyer G.I. Jerome. Boy Wonder, you're going to kick us off for hot topics before we get back to our guest, Gil Staley. And Gil, you can join in on the hot topics. So, Boy Wonder, what do you got for us today?
The hottest topic in the Woodlands right now is that G.I. Jerome is having a baby.
Really?
It's true. So we're going to throw you on the hot seat.
Oh, G.I. Jerome, the surprise hot seat. Surprise hot seat.
Collaboration.
All right, here we
On
go.
the clock, one pass.
What is your daughter going to be named?
Remy Grace,
How old will your daughter be when she's born?
0.
What is the average time it takes for a man to change a diaper?
5 minutes.
1 minute, 40 seconds. You're going to learn.
How many diapers does a baby go through in a year?
1,000.
2,200.
You or Ruby, who is getting up to feed the baby at
Me.
night?
Her.
What What is the first sense a baby gets?
Smell.
Hearing.
Does a baby have kneecaps at birth?
Yes.
No.
No. A newborn recognizes its mother immediately by smell. How long does it take to recognize the father's voice?
Until he pays for college.
2 weeks.
What is the slang for pregnant in England?
Knocked up.
Stuffed.
Adults laugh on average 60 times a day. How often do babies laugh?
100.
300.
Who will be stricter, you or Ruby?
Me.
What age does a child stop needing naps?
Never.
That's the right answer.
That's the right answer.
What has been the funniest part about being pregnant?
Comments on you look pregnant. That was mean.
What was your favorite childhood toy?
My buddy.
Most stressful part about being pregnant?
I've never been pregnant.
How did lawyers say goodbye?
Peace.
We'll be suing you.
Tell me your best dad joke.
Do you like my tube socks?
Did you hear about the baby born in a high-tech hospital?
No.
It came out cordless.
Nice.
What do you call a fish wearing a bow tie?
Tux fish.
Sophisticated.
Nice.
What did the one wall say to the other?
Nice to see you standing there.
I'll meet you at the corner.
Why don't eggs tell jokes?
Because they would crack up.
They crack up each other. Yes, sir.
And I tell
Jeremy.
them on it.
What kind of car does a sheep like to drive?
Batmobile.
A Lamborghini.
Do you own a PPTP?
Doubtful.
All right. Is Remy a Netflix and Chill Baby?
Yes.
All right.
She get it from a mama.
Yay. Good job. G.I. Jerome.
Thank you. I should have known that was coming.
Yes, we've
and,
been-
and on the day of Brandon's wedding.
Yeah.
That's huge news.
Okay, Gil, do you have any advice for G.I. Jerome on being a dad? Since
Absolutely.
we have 3 dads here, and we got a new dad coming up.
A new dad.
Yes.
Be a part of it. Every phase they go to, be a part of it.
Okay. Thank you.
You'll always remember each phase.
Absolutely, great advice.
Thank
and
you.
You're entering the best part of your life right now.
Absolutely.
By the way,
I'm excited
Until
about
they
it.
go to college.
Yeah.
Until they go to college.
So we're giving G.I. Jerome maternity leave, but we're going to miss you, and you can take as long as you want, but we may not be around. If you're not around, okay, just want to say that, all right?
I'm gonna
We will
be.
miss you.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss you guys too, and I'm gonna be back as soon as I can.
Do you get
Ruby,
leave? But,
please let him leave the house.
Yeah, we have a show, and we do it live Friday at noon. Do you have a permission slip? Can I sign it, or do we have to call?
No, if you'll sign a permission slip, then I have to go.
Okay, good. You get
We'll get
leave.
that drafted
All right.
today.
Yeah,
Ruby.
we'll get that out. We'll subpoena.
Please
Yes,
allow me.
I'll have that served. All right, let's go to hot topics. Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Boy Wonder, what's hot in the news this week?
Real hot in the news this week is that the state legislature convened and they passed the voting rights bill. So what that means for us is that Harris County primarily will have few changes. So no drive-through voting, and it is now a felony to issue mail-in ballots without first having been requested.
What's
So
drive-through voting?
I don't actually know. I've never done it, but it sounds like it's where you drive up and vote from your car.
Like a COVID shot or fast food?
Probably pretty close to it. If Chick-fil-A ran the elections, I think they would go very smoothly.
And probably
Yeah.
be able to be a voting side.
Yeah, we would have election results in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
What the heck's wrong with that? I like that.
The
I like it.
Chick-fil-A order takers could vote for whatever
Yeah,
sandwich they wanted to.
I wish they'd
They don't-
have voting at Kroger so I can go there and pick up
Exactly.
my
Vote at the
pick up
ATM.
my bottle of wine and vote at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The combo. The combo. In other big legal news, September 1st will be the start of the constitutional carry, so you'll no longer need a license as long as you're of the proper age and without any felonies or other things that would prohibit you from lawfully carrying a firearm. You'll be able to carry one anywhere, anytime.
That's great. Everybody's strapped up.
Oh, wow.
The more people with guns, the less
Stay
people get
strapped
shot.
or get clapped.
Wow. That's just like yeah. Yeah, do you know that I used to be a somewhat aggressive driver. Now I'm not.
Super chill.
I just like, oh, yeah, you want to cut in front of me in that big old pickup truck, your Ford, 1050, go do it. Yeah,
Now he's
yeah.
guaranteed to have a
Cut
gun.
me off again. Yes. Hey, have a nice day.
Constitutional carry.
Interstate 45 has had those moments where road rage led to someone getting shot in their car driving down the interstate.
Oh,
So
man.
it does happen.
Yeah, that's crazy stuff. Crazy.
Stay off that Russell Crowe.
Yeah. So any news on Free Britney? What's up
No
with
new
that?
news on Britney. Nothing important. This at the
We
end
did
of
get a
next
YouTube
month.
comment that we're all idiots for not knowing who the dad and the sister is. But then we find out they're all named Jamie.
I
all
said
Jamie.
Jamie right off. I said the dad's name was Jamie,
And
and
it-
then
and it is.
everybody was going niche to me, and I went, "What the hell?"
Yeah.
Because I know that.
But
yeah.
it is her dad and her sister.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, Bruce,
Right.
I got a tough question for you.
Yes, sir.
Will Joe Biden enforce mandatory COVID vaccines?
I think so. I mean, he's the COVID king. He was going to fix COVID. I'm just shocked. What happened? That was the whole campaign. He was, he was in the dungeon and he campaigned there, and I thought this was all going to be, this was all going away when he got elected, right? And that's what I was told.
I think it stays like the flu
You do?
forever.
Oh man, I hope not.
It'll be COVID 32.
I hope not. Gil's wife Deborah is at St. Luke's, and I know they are compressed, and the
All
ERs
What
are
did
just
they need us to do?
the ERs are just slammed.
one thing and my wife's done a fabulous job of helping out with this. They don't even have time to go down and get anything to eat, or their facility may be closed because of lack of personnel, whatever. She's having restaurants, and they're volunteering everywhere to bring meals.
That's awesome.
How do people get in touch with that cause and help out if they want to contribute?
You know, that's a good question. Her name is Deborah Staley. They could just simply call St. Luke's here in the
Say we
Woodlands
want to
and
contribute,
reach-
right?
and
We want to
reach her.
contribute, bring food,
And
do
bring-
something,
that's
help
been
out our
working tremendously well.
help out our first line healthcare workers
Right.
who are
Absolutely.
just slammed. And I know that's everywhere because they're closing ERs, and that the satellite ERs are being closed because they're bringing the troops back into the main headquarters. It's that bad. It really is, and it's everywhere. It's statewide. It's nationwide. It's hitting and taxing all of our healthcare system. So
And it's the Delta variant, huh?
yeah, yeah.
So is this your fault, Gil?
Is that a code name?
Probably go back.
The code name?
What's the
Yeah.
variant's real name?
Delta. Well, what happens after Delta? Epsilon variant.
Right,
Yeah,
the
the
Epsilon.
Greek
Yeah.
naming.
Yes, it is. Okay, Gil,
Yes.
back to Economic Development
Okay.
Partnership. What the okay, that was all. I just
Why
lost
join?
my-
Why
I just-
join?
I just yeah.
Why should
You know,
a business
the
join?
Why and
simple
how?
reason is what you contribute goes towards the greater good of this economy. And then again, that's bolstered by job creation. So the greater good, no matter what your business is, will benefit. Whether you're in retail, whether you're in office environment or professional jobs or headquarters or legal or
Right.
or fund management, whatever, you'll ultimately benefit. Now, there are individual benefits that a company can, whether it's networking with the top executives in our community, and those opportunities are growing every year that we operate. So we try to focus on the ultimate benefit of helping our businesses connect and to prosper.
Right. Do you know what my favorite event of all time of the year is the elected officials reception
That's
and
right.
recognition that the EDP hosts, and it is by far the best event ever. And the EDP, it's paid through members, so it's paid all by
Right.
the members and through
right.
the sponsors that sponsor it, and it brings all of our elected officials in all of Montgomery County and some in Harris County. Tell me a little bit, how did you create that? That was your
No,
idea. Yes, it
actually,
was.
No, actually, it started with TCID.
Ah.
They did it 1 year.
Town Center Improvement
The
District.
Town Center Improvement District in like 1996, 1997 or 98. We were asked if we could take that event over, and we did. So it's been in effect for 24 years,
Wow.
and it is hugely popular. And it's our way to say thank you to all elected officials. And I jokingly say, half jokingly, that it doesn't matter, from the school board to our U.S. senator or congressman, we want to say thank you, and it's been very successful over these last many years.
And I'll tell you, having served as an elected official, I always look forward to the event because it gave me the opportunity to interact with all the other elected officials. And not only do you have a enjoyable time, but you get an opportunity to see the community, the partners who are there. And it's just an exceptional event.
There's no agenda.
Yeah, it's just
simply
fun.
just
fun. Yeah, it's fun and networking and talking, and I think a lot of business gets done.
that. Exactly.
It's really good.
How do people find out more information about the EDP or connect with you if they're interested in joining?
Our website, for certain, obviously, edpartnership.net. And you'll see numerous ways. And that's a point that's always been a stickler for me, is you shouldn't have to look for a way to connect with someone when you're looking at their website. It should be front and center. And ours is. As soon as you log on, you'll see.
There it is on the screen now.
Perfect. And Gil, I want to thank you for being on The Legal Fix. This episode was brought by the Tough Law Firm. If you have any legal needs, please contact us at 281-681-0808. And you know
You
what?
got it this time.
Got him. So we'll see you Friday at noon on The Legal Fix or on Facebook, YouTube, toughlawfirm.net, and 91.1 FM, The Boss.
The
And
Boss.
We'll answer your toughest legal questions. I want to sign off. I want to thank Gil Staley for being on The Legal Fix.
pleasure.
Thank you, G.I. Jerome. You'll be having a baby next Friday, okay? So
1 week from today.
all my best
Brian.
Thank
to
you.
Remy and Boy
Thank you.
Wonder, Brandon Riley. Thank you once again for your hot topics.
Always a
I don't know
pleasure.
if we handle the show without G.I. Jerome.
We're about to find out.
I'm gonna get-
Ruby, we need your help.
We need you in.
I'm
we can't
gonna
do
get that hall pass.
All right,
The
thank
hall
you.
pass for
All
Jimmy
right,
Hall.
we'll see you at noon. Thank you. All my best.